Hey guys, what's going on? So I have the final video on the 2006 Chevrolet Demolition Derby car, Chevrolet Impala Demolition Derby car. I'm getting ahead of myself there. There is so much broken on this car, it's unbelievable, but we're going to just start, and there's going to be stuff I'm missing here too. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this thing started because I really want you guys to see just how much damage this car took. It took quite a bit, and a lot of it was self-inflicted, at least as far as the engine and all that goes. So if you guys look at and I can't tell if 110% it's bent, I'm pretty sure it is, the AC compressor almost looks like it's cocked towards the engine and the back. The oil filter's almost completely destroyed. It was actually landing on the oil filter whenever it was slamming and also hitting the exhaust shield and everything that was pushed in there. Speaking of being pushed in, I wanted to talk about in the aftermath video, I guess simply forgot to, that the reason why I think the bumper V-Din's so bad was because of these crush boxes. These crush boxes are so flimsy even compared to the earlier W bodies, the 90, you know, like the Regals and the Luminas, the first gen and all that, even up until the later gen Lumina. They were a lot more solid than these. These kind of just start to rip off of the frame rails like that. I mean, this is all disconnected on this side. So I think that's why it just put that extra pressure on the bumper going in that way, and that's really what trashed it. So if I were to ever run one of these Impalas again, and honestly if I ran this Impala again, I probably would have cut all this out and just made it one flat plate, essentially, or maybe put a plate on the end to weld onto, because I would have just totally bypassed all that crappy metal and then went straight to the frame. Speaking of the frame, it appears to be completely straight. I did take the strut, the spindle, lower control arm, all of it. I believe it to be completely straight. What's weird is if you guys look at that strut tower, it's all wrinkled, and I'm not sure why that is. I'm not sure whether it pushed back a little bit. There's so much mud here that you can't really tell. But it doesn't really look like it pushed back, at least frame rail wise, so it's kind of strange. In back here, you guys maybe get a little bit better of a picture of how bad this back end got. I already started to stuff it with crap I had laying around here, and I'm sorry I'm sniffling and stuff like that. I got a little bit of a cold, so yeah, this whole thing got real pushed in on the bottom. That cage was really holding this B-pillar back from coming in a lot further. That would have came in a lot further. I'll show you guys on the other side. That rust just completely blew apart. And now you can see in the bottom of the car, I don't know how well you can see that. That's actually the brace for the seat right there. So, yeah, that rust just blew all the way apart. Yeah. So definitely not great, but you know, if this back end wasn't actually so bad, I probably would have fixed this car, guys. But this back end just has no life left in it, really, at all. She was pretty well pooched. But speaking of this back end, I didn't really say it much in the aftermath video, but I'm pretty impressed with the way this particular back end came in. Now, it did start to go down at the start because I watched the video, but overall it came in very nice. I mean, this stayed off the ground, and it didn't shove the wheels up and underneath inside the car. It really seems to be the biggest difference between one of these being rusty and one of these being clean. And like I said, this was a pretty clean car, and I think that for that reason it didn't push everything up and under and in. The speaker deck actually remained, for the most part, in its place. It did start to tear apart at the top at the very end there, but it really did stay together pretty well. It could have been a lot worse. But I wonder if you could see that floor separation a little bit better now. I threw some junk on top of it, so that's unfortunate. But I mean, well, actually right there you can really see it. Just completely separated there. And believe it or not, that door is trying to open. Well, not in the Derby. It wasn't trying to open in the Derby. I just hit the little yellow handle here, because that's how you pop these doors open. You just press down on the little thing that's in there, and this door started to pop open. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. This door opened up. This door still opens, which is unbelievable for how much everything is twisted and everything. It's just kind of a testament how well built these, at least the door pillars and everything are on these Impalas. Driver's door obviously still opens. I cut the welds to that all up and got that to open up, although I didn't really need to. But one of the things I also struggled with this car was the column shifter. I don't know why I had so much trouble with the column shifter. Usually I don't have that much of a problem, but man, this one was tricky. And I've driven these on the road with column shifters. I never had such a problem. And even if you guys notice, sometimes I was even in gear and it would say I was in gear and it wouldn't actually be in gear. So just a little bit of a thing there, but I don't know what that was all about. Sorry, I'm just wiping my nose because you guys are probably hearing me sniffling and stuff. That's kind of annoying. I also did break the oil pan. It's not leaking, but it's chipped all along the bottom. I don't know if I can I could probably get a better angle underneath here. Right there, broke the oil pan. So that's good. What else did I break on this engine? There are a couple things that broke. The alternator somehow survived, even though it was whacking the crap out of the firewall. Oh, the exhaust is all twisted up. What's left of it down in there. I don't know how well you guys can see it. There's no cat on this. I took the cat off and welded back to the pipe. I can't believe it held up because it really went ham on that. Actually, I was going to take that off after this was done, but I don't feel like taking that off because I think the whole engine the whole engine's about rusting on that right now at the moment. And I took, obviously you guys can see I took my entire setup. I know I probably already said that, but I took it off of both sides. That side was completely straight. There's nothing was bent on this side other than the inner tie rod. This side was completely straight. Driver's side was completely straight. Everything stayed relatively straight in the front of this other than the, you know, everything. But the frame rails are, like I said, still mostly straight. It did bend a little bit, but not bad at all. I don't even think this side even tried to bend at all. The only area that I'd have to feel the frame here. No, that's still straight. So, yep. So I guess that's pretty much going to cover it. I know I'm missing more stuff here. The belt, I think the reason why the belt came off is because of the power steering line, actually. That or the AC compressor rubbing against, oh no, it was the AC compressor rubbing against the core support. Because the core support was all the way in the bottom of the AC compressor. I'm sure the power steering line, the return line, wasn't helping here. But yeah, currently the engine's being held up with the CV boot, or the cup, I should say. You guys can see that motor mount now a lot better. There's the bracket for it. So right there's the hole, or where it's supposed to be mounted is right in there, and it's supposed to be all the way over there. So yeah, this thing just got really messed up. The tie rod was quite bent as well, but yeah, I would have ran with it. I mean, if I was gonna fix this the same day, I would have just ran with that tie rod being the way it was. Whatever. So yeah, that's about gonna cover it, guys. I don't think there's anything else to mention. Had a pretty good run out of this car, I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty impressed with this car. And I know it's a W body. A lot of people are, I was talking them down. A lot of people were saying, why are you talking them Impalas down? I have PTSD from the Buick Century, guys, and this is essentially the same darn setup. And well, I guess I ate my words, because this thing held up a lot better than the Century did, at least up front anyway. I never even got to use the back, so yeah. So are we gonna derby another Impala again? Do these make good derby cars? Heck yeah, I think so. So basically, moral of the story is, do not run aftermarket motor mounts, at least up top. Don't run these. Don't run these if they're aftermarket. And the reason why you can tell is because more than likely yours aren't gonna say made in Canada on the bushing here. So, or if you see a stamped in like GM number, generally these, I thought these were stamped, but this one's not particularly stamped. But I would bet money, because it says made in Canada, that this is an OEM, and you guys can see how much better At least it seems that that weld is on the bottom. So, yeah, this weld was just crappy, real crappy. So, I mean, it didn't even penetrate right there. So, yep, that was pretty much the downfall of this engine, because honestly, because of the damage that incurred because of that, those motor mounts giving out, I think those are what gave up the Ghost first, and then everything else just kind of started giving away one at a time. I think that motor mount gave out last, so, and that's why the CV pulled out of that side, is because it gave up the Ghost. But yep, so that's pretty much what cost this car basically another run, because if it still had the CV axles in it and everything, I probably would have ran it again either that same day or this upcoming Sunday at Seago County Fair, which I am going to record. That's this Sunday. I believe it's August 3rd. Don't quote me on that one. Maybe August 4th. I can't remember what today is. Oh, today's the 1st and today is Friday. Okay, so yeah, the 3rd. So, yep. We'll be going to that to record that entire day. It's a 1 in 6 show, so stay tuned for Derby action. That should be pretty fun. And so, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate everybody who wished me a good run on this thing, or, you know, congratulated me. That was pretty cool. Of course, another shout out to Derek Wildrick and Dickinson Motorsports, Wildrick, for splitting the trophy that he didn't have to split, and even giving me the trophy for this car. It was very nice of him. And so, alrighty guys, stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye everybody.